Welcome back everybody to another Sakura Succubus tree, and if you're new to this channel, well, you've been asleep. If you want to support it, go subscribe, like, comment, or watch my other videos. And what the hell is this game about? I don't know, let's go. A few days later, when I'm walking through one of the many identical hallways in Yui's palace, I run into Cosmos. Though not literally. We almost always run into Cosmos, chest to chest. Cosmos is wandering about aimlessly, her expression vague and unfixed. She reminds me of a lost and lonely cloud. Hey, Cosmos. I wave at her in greeting and she jumps. Oh, Hiroki, I was looking for you. You were? It's kinda cute. Oh wait, no, that's Cosmos bites her lower lip and shifts from foot to foot. Her tail, meanwhile, quivers. She doesn't look very happy-go-lucky. In fact, she looks the exact opposite of that. Sad, stop, unlucky? Wait, that's the opposite of that? Oh yeah, it is! Damn! That's not a thing though. In any event, it upsets me to see Cosmos looking so down in the dumps. She's always been a bit of an airhead by nature, but she always smiles when she's with me. All this time spent in the Succubus realm, divorced from social media, and all her fans must be getting to hear. Is something the matter? I got a #1 victory royale. I'm sorry, that song's been stuck in my head. I'm not really sure. It's all very confusing. Did something upset you? Are you thinking about your fans? I always think about my fans. They've never been far from my mind ever since Lady Yue summoned me here. Of course, I think about you more, Hiroki. Of course. But my fans are important too. It's because of them that I've been able to continue manifesting the human world for so long. Their support and their love means the world to me. I think of them kind of like my family. I know they all look out for me and I'd hate to disappoint or upset them. They'll all be so worried about me. That sounds like a lot of pressure to handle. Don't you ever worry about trying to take over 3 million people? Trying to take over 3 million people. Oh my goodness. All the time. All the time. I always worry if I'm not good enough or smart enough or pretty enough. You know, the usual. Ayu says I'm a skank. She tells me people are only interested in me because of my body. They don't care about me as a person. Well, she's a liar. But maybe she's right. But if these people like me at all for any reason, I feel obliged to return their love with love of my own. I don't love them the same way I love you, Hiroki, but they're still precious to me. Same thing with you guys and gals. You know? Sleepy Town Army. We're not even an army, we're like a small force of rebels, 3K people, who are all horny. You do? Well, not entirely. Though I am a professional photographer, I'm not a famous rapid pound celeb like Cosmos is. If I had to curate my social media presence carefully every day, selecting and discarding photos to upload at 4-hour intervals, I think I'd go mad. Real mad. It doesn't sound like a lot of work in theory, but I know Cosmos devotes her entire being to her fans. She's far more appreciative of them than I use hers. For all the lewd outfits she wears, Cosmos is very innocent in some regards. Maybe that's why she's so popular, I'm not worried about my fans right now though. This isn't about me. It's about you. Are we breaking up? No fucking way. No way. It's not. No. Cosmos shakes her head. Her stubby pigtail bounces. I'm worried about Ayu. She's been acting kind of weird. Oh, your sister. Your crazy sister. Weirder than usually mean. Do you think Ayu is weird? I thought I was supposed to be the weird one. You're unique. Cosmos, I don't think it's a bad thing though. Ayu says we're all unique, but we're not necessarily unique in a positive way. In positive ways, and it's nothing to be proud of. Which is not necessarily wrong, but geez, that girl is prickly. She's like a cactus. She acts so cute and sweet and bubbly, but deep down inside she's so cynical, it's really not very cute. No, it's not. Ayu's pigtails are cute, and so is her face, but her personality is trash. It's rotten. She puts on pretenses all the time and people can't see past it. Her fans think she really loves them. They're all deluded. They're crazy. And that's why I is a certified weirdo. No healthy, normal person puts on a cute act like that 24/7. Unless you're a psychopath, okay? Cosmo smiles at this. She looks amused. Finally, we got her to smile. When you put it like that, I guess Ayu is quite weird. I'll tell her that the next time she makes fun of me. Has she been making fun of you a lot? All the time. She's very confrontational, but she's even been snappier than normal lately. I think it might be because she hasn't been able to spend enough time with you. Do you really think that? I know that she likes you, though she doesn't admit to it. When she's with you, she actually smiles and looks like she means it. She isn't putting on an act. So, you make her real happy, Hiroki. Boom! That's how we do it, baby. So, out of all the harem games we played, we've got it, finally. If I is so acidic, she must be alkaline. You balance her out so she can act neutral. So you might be like, what's alkaline? Well, it's base. Like water. No, not non-acidic. Huh, is that so? It's a nice simile. I wouldn't have expected it from her. To be frank, I'm surprised she even knows what an alkali is. Or alkali. She doesn't seem very well versed in the ways of science, but her knowledge might run deeper than it initially appears. She is a fan of Lynch after all. Cosmos is full of surprises. Since we haven't been able to spend much time together, Ayu's temper is starting to boil over. She shouts at me for the smallest of the things, and she looks so grumpy all the time. She's so angry she even started to rant at Lady Yue. Damn, for real? Huh, did she really try to pick a fight with the Lady Yue? She did, she's still doing it. I walked past the throne room a few minutes ago and I overheard Ayu. She was shouting at Lady Yue and she sounded very upset. It was very surprising. Ayu says horrible things about people, but she's a coward, she's a coward. So she can only ever do it behind their backs. She's always been differential towards Lady Yue. She sucks up to her almost as much as Hazel does, though I know she doesn't really like her. I've never heard Ayu shout at Lady Yue before. It's scary. Ayu is, well, it's more like, okay, you've known a person and they're never angry, they're always happy, or they don't give a crap, they're neutral. There are people like that, and there are people like Ayu who suck up. But the moment they snap, okay, whoa, I'm sorry, whatever I did, you mad, I'm sorry. No, Ayu is never scary. Cosmo shakes her head. She has a short temper and she isn't very nice, but she's stupid, so she doesn't scare me nevertheless, right? She's a famous idol, but she has never even fewer rapid pound followers than I do. Woohoo! She's throwing shade. Oof. That's a pretty harsh assessment of Ayu's character, not that it's entirely inaccurate though. I don't think Ayu's stupid myself per se, but her self-important rages always tend to splutter out as quick as they come. Her mood swings somewhat wildly, but she's actually quite simple to placate. Placate? I don't know. You just need to flatter your ego and you're good. Lady Yue is a scary one. She's unpredictable. I'm afraid she'll punish Ayu for this. She might cut off all her hair or ban her from being an idol. If that happened, it would break Ayu's heart. She's worked really, really hard to be an idol. If she lost that, I'm afraid she'll never recover. I wanted to go into the throne room and stop her, but I was afraid Lady Yue would punish me too. That's why I was looking for Hifumi or you. You can maybe... Oh, I get it. Hiroki could have like sway Yue, like, honey, can you calm down a little bit? Crazy. Cosmos looks at me imploringly, her eyes large. Won't you go into the throne room and stop Ayu before it's too late? Lady Yue listens to you. If you tell her to go easy on Ayu, she might show some leniency. Please, Hiroki. Well, if you put it that way, okay. Cosmos sounds genuinely troubled by all this. I know her relationship with Ayu is a rocky one, but I think they're friends of a sort. They're quite close in age, and they seem to hang out together a lot. Ayu is certainly closer to Cosmos than she is with Marina and Hifumi. Ayu and Cosmos bicker all the time, but I think that might be proof of their close relationship. Though they're not blood related, they really do act like squabbling sisters. I smile. You care about Ayu a lot, don't you? I do, yes, and I'm sure she cares about me too. We don't always get along, but she's one of the only succubi who ever speaks to me. That counts for a lot, I think. She can be cold and biting, but she can be kind too. She annoys me, but I still like her. I don't want her to be sad. Ayu might not seem like it, but she's very delicate. She's a delicate woman. She hides behind her anger because if she didn't, she might cry instead. Oh, that's hitting me hard, man. I don't want Ayu to shed any tears. Then I'll try to have a word with her, Yue. Then I'll try to have a word with her. Yue too. You would? You don't mind? Not at all. Why would I be? You know, smile at Cosmos. But not gonna lie, I'd go crazy if there was no wind. Because no wind feels like you're in a dead planet. I love all of you equally. That includes Ayu, whether she wishes it or not. She is a bit of a brat, but I don't want to see her cry either. I am her cameraman and I won't ever abandon her. Okay, Mr. Cameraman. I dash to the throne room in a double quick time. The door is shut, but I can still hear Ayu's voice filtering to the hall. Not right, Lady Yue, please! I can't hear anything she's saying, but she certainly sounds impassioned. She must be shouting quite loudly. She's using her indomitable idol lungs to her advantage for her voice to carry so far. I wonder what she's shouting about. I guess there's only one way to find out. Kicks the door. Ugh! Oh, what's happening here? Oh, wait. I pushed the door open, stepping inside the throne room. Ah. Oh, she's begging. Interesting. And I'm greeted by quite the sight. Ayu's kneeling on the ground before Yue, her arms pressed against the floor. Her head is bent low, her arranged pigtails cascading down the smooth plane of her back, and her bare toes are curled beneath her rear. Yue, meanwhile, is sitting upon her throne. She looks down at Ayu with pursed lips as wine? What the flip am I reading? As one might observe a sewer rat. She must have seen me enter because her eyes flick to me for a brief moment, but she doesn't greet me. She's in throne room queen mode on. Maybe she doesn't want to interrupt whatever it is that's going on. Ayu, for her part, doesn't notice me at all. She continues to implore Lady Yue, her voice raising in pitch until it sounds high and breathy. Please, Lady Yue, I'm begging you, simply have to let him go. Ayu's voice is certainly impassioned, but although she sounds angry, her tone is instead deeply reverent, though it's bordering on hysteric. She's actually fighting for me! Oh my god! Okay, we got Hifumi. Oh, it's Hifumi or Ayu, but then Hifumi's still above the rest, though. But we have to love them equally. Maybe Cosmos got the wrong idea. Ayu isn't arguing with you, she's pleading with her, not for her sake, but for my sake. Judging by the sounds of it, she's trying to argue on my behalf. Goodness me. Yue sighs and shakes her head. I fail to see what you think you can accomplish with this foolishness, Ayu. Have I not made my feelings quite plain enough already? Hiroki is mine, and I shall do with him as I will. If I want to stay here, then he shall. If I want him to stay here, then he shall. That is the end of the matter, we're done. But Yue? Ayu stands up at Yue, her hair spreading across the floor. Please reconsider. Hiroki might be a mere human, but he is not yours. As a sentient being, he should be allowed to make his own decisions, even if his IQ is not that much higher than a goldfish. Ouch, that's not very nice. I appreciate that Ai is trying to help me, but does she really have to make digs at my intelligence like that? I kind of do, because Hiroki has been like, come on, tell her something. She's not gonna whoop our ass. She loves us. I'm far, far smarter than any aquatic life form, apart from maybe octopi. They're meant to be pretty smart. They can even, unscrew jars with their tentacles. Sometimes even I struggle with that. But nevertheless, I'm smarter than some aquatic creatures. I don't think Hiroki wishes to stay here much longer. He looks so despondent whenever I see him. It makes my heart break. He is still the same Hiroki I know, more or less, but if he is forced to remain here much longer, he might lose that spark of his which makes him special. If you continue to treat him like this, he'll turn to nothing more than your doll. Nonsense, he's quite happy and content with me. I fail to see why he would be otherwise, unless you are suggesting he loves you more than he loves me. No, my lady, that isn't what I'm trying to say. Perish the thought. Good. Yue leans back in her throne room, her pale eyes cold and icy. If that is what you were implying, Ayu, I would have to punish her for treason. I could humiliate you in ways you can only imagine. Ayu tenses, but she doesn't back away. She remains kneeling upon the floor, her rear raised in the air, toes curled. The floor in the throne room feels very sturdy underfoot. I think it's made of some sort of shiny marble. It must be hard on Ayu's legs to kneel like this for quite so long, but her determination doesn't waver. She must be accustomed to grueling tests of endurance like this. She is an idol after all. Some of her concerts last 2 hours to begin with, and she sings and dances through dozens upon dozens of songs. It's easy to write Ayu of being a shrill and annoying, but she's an incredibly hard worker. I think she's passionate too. Is she hoping some of that passion will reach Yue? Forgive me my impertinence, my lady, for I am young and inexperienced, but I do think it would be for the best if you let Hiroki go. You cannot keep him trapped here. He is not trapped if he wishes to be here. Did he tell you that? Oh my god. What a burn right here. What a. Well, no, not as such. But he will in due course, I'm certain of that. Now this conversation is very tedious. I should not change my mind on the matter, so you needn't bow before me further. It's unpleasant. You wrinkles your nose. Get to your feet and get yourself out of my sight. I was the one that lets you succubi return to the human world tomorrow morning, Marna included, but if you continue to argue with me, I shall reconsider pardoning you. That is very generous of you, Lady Yue. Indeed it is. I'm overflowing with the milk of human kindness. Oh, milk. Interesting. But what about Hiroki? Won't you let him go too? We have discussed this already. Were you not paying attention? Hiroki is going nowhere. If I let him leave this place, it will be harder for me to keep an eye on things, and who is to say what he might get up to with the rest of you succubi running about? It is simply out of the question. He must remain here by my side forever. That is the only way I can assure he will remain true and loyal. I love him, so I wish to keep him all to myself. That is a sick, twisted kind of love. It happens. Obsessive people. Possessive people. Yeah. And I understand that. I understand it perfectly. Ayu cries, her voice quivering with emotion. After all, I love Hiroki too. Oh, baby, yeah, my succubi haven't be sticking up with my boy Hiroki here. Get out of here, Lady Yue. Get out. Well, we're apparently 16 minutes in. I'm gonna end it here. Let me just read a few words. Stare at Ayu, my eyes wide. She loves me? So, we'll end this video right here. Thank you for watching, and hope you have a wonderful day, night, I don't know, wherever you're from. If you're new to this channel or want to support it, you know the drill. Subscribe. That's it. Subscribe. You could watch my videos, but you'd be like, it's too much work. Then just click the subscribe button. No worries. No problemo. And yeah, see you later.